Radio Rahim here in Belfast, Ireland with the Bronze Bomber, Deontay Wilder. You know, for lifelong fight fans, journalists who've been covering the sport for decades, it's been a long time since the heavyweight division's been this heated. You know, I remember being very, very young, and I was still watching old tapes of, you know, what they called the golden era of boxing, but there can't be a golden era of boxing without the heavyweight division having superstars in it that are fighting each other. So when this Tyson Fury, a Wilder fight came along and it got made, as you said, so quickly, it was a shot in the arm for all of us who just can't wait to see what we like to call strap season unfold. There's a strap season happening in the heavyweight division. How did you find it being, you know, I don't know if you recognize this, but the date I heard was like November 17th. If that's the date is correct, you'll be at your 10-year anniversary as a professional fighter just on the 15th, on that, you know, 2 days from that date. So I wanted to ask you about that journey, this decade, from where you started to where you are now.
Man, it's been a ride. You know, nothing has been easy for me. You know, I'm still don't get the credibility I deserve with no opponents. But, you know, I mean, I'm used to it. You know what I mean? Nobody never want to see me obtain glory. No one never want to see me at the top of the podium. You know, I'm not that type of person that people want to see. You know, I'm young, I'm black, I got money. I speak my piece most of all. Forget the black and having money. I speak my piece. You know, when a black man speaks his piece, that's threat. People get uneasy with that. That's a sign of threat, and people get threatened by that. Because I can't be controlled. You're not going to tell me how to speak. You're not going to tell me how to walk, talk. You know what I mean? None of that. I'm the champion. I risk my life in the ring for others' entertainment. Even organizations that hold certain belts, I risk my life to pay your fee for your belt. So I speak as I please. And with that being said, I come off strong as well, too. With that being said, you know, and people don't really understand it. They get frightened of that.
You know, you're 32 years old. That 10 years obviously is 22 to 32. That's when men become men, when they realize the kind of person they want to be. You're in a profession that is highly visible, and you're growing up, if you will, in the spotlight. What is it about this sport that taught you the lessons that you just spoke on?
Just experience. You know, like you said, it was coming up on my 10 year. You know what I mean? Just dealing with a lot of things in boxing. You know, my trainer, he told me years ago before I became a professional, he said, this is a snake game. This is snake business. It's going to be a lot of snakes in the grass. And boy, was he right. You know, he was right. And each and every time, you know what I mean, you see it. You see it. Most of the time, people are for themselves. You rarely can find people that want your best interest in heart. And that's why I love my team, because they have my best interest in heart all the way. You know, all the way. And, you know, with that, you know what I mean, but also even seeing the negativity, because there's a lot of guys that have gone through way worse than I in their career. And they've seen a lot of things. A lot of guys call me for advice. You know what I'm saying? Certain advice I can give them, certain advice that I can't. You know what I mean? Because it don't make sense to me as I hear it. It's like, why did you do what you did? That don't make sense. But this is boxing. And most of the time guys get in this sport, they come from poverty. They come from a place where they need money to support their family, because this is all they know. And it's sad for a fighter to hear a fighter say, this is all I could do. Because when it's over, that's all the trait that you learn. You can't do nothing. You can't go to your McDonald's, man. You don't know how to flip a bird. You can punch it, but you can't flip it.
You could probably knock out the cow, too. Give him one.
Bomb Squad!
Thank you, sir. You know what it is. Much appreciated.
Blessings, brother.